Hey, welcome back to another guitar session with Jason Carey. It's Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are talking about Little Lion Man by Mumford Sons tonight. And just a disclaimer, this tune is actually, if you wanted to play this along with the record, you're going to have to tune your guitar to E-flat standard. If you want a guitar tutorial on how to do that, how to tune the guitar to E-flat standard, those are all on the internet, or we could do one privately. Just let me know. We could Skype a lesson in. But we are doing this guitar session today. It's an easy guitar session, and we're going to play the introduction to the song, which is a really cool portion of the song, and it's super easy, and then we'll get right to it. So if you have questions, we have a moderator here, so he's watching the questions for you. So if you do have questions in the live setting, go ahead and we'll let them rip. Okay? And there may be a little delay, a 15-second delay or something. But we're going to start with the strum pattern and the chord pattern for the left hand. Okay, so we're playing C sharp minor 7. We're playing this in E standard. So if you want this to sound like the studio recording, we're going to have to tune the guitar to E flat standard. But for the purposes of this lesson, we'll just go ahead and start like. Okay, we'll start with something like that. So we're starting with a C sharp minor 7. So we're using a choke out low E string, fret 4, fret 6, fret 6 on the 2 middle strings, the fingers 3 and 4, 2 open B and E strings, okay? Pretty cool sounding chord. The second chord we're going to is the E5, but this time we're not choking out the low E string, we'll play the low E string at the bottom. Okay, and then those are the two chords we're going to use for the introduction of the song. And then, so C sharp minor 7 and E5. Okay, then there's one lick that we need to know between the two chords. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to play fret number 6 on the G string, and then play the open B and the open high E on top of these moving notes. Then we're using fret 4 on the G string, descending the scale, and then we're coming down again, but this time the third finger is resting on the G string, so we can play the open B and E strings without hearing that open G string in there. Okay? That's going to require some practice. So back to the introduction, back to the first part. Okay, that's the very first part. First measure is 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we count it like that. 1, 2. So we're playing the boom, the low, the root note, the C sharp, and then the chord. Okay, so this is going to require a little practice. Don't be discouraged if we have to start slow, because this is really it's a fast song. We've got to build a little muscle tissue over here, and we've got to get that repetition really going. It could take a few weeks to get that comfortable. So just be prepared for that, and just work through it. You can get it. But we are going to add a little bit of palm mute over the first C sharp. That way, when we get to the E5 chord, we can open it right up. Give this a little contrast. Okay, so there is between those two chords. That little lick that we talked about before. All right, so I'm going to play it one time through. Now I'm going to play it one time through slowly. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always ask, and we'll come back to those later on. Do we have any questions? No questions. So what we're going to do is welcome you again to our Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time guitar sessions with Jason Carey. And thanks for tuning in. And I hope this Little Lion Man introduction was helpful to somebody out there. And if you liked it, what we're doing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Give us a little less. Like, share, subscribe. And drop us a little line. We love to hear from you. And we're growing. We're going to add some more videos this week and see what happens. Hope everybody's having a good time out there and enjoying the winter. So we'll see you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.